Tell me now, I haven't enjoyed watching his steps with his parents for a long time. I want you now to obey me about their secrets and their whereabouts. Please. I miss him and I want him in my palace now.
At this moment, the priest analyzed Goku's whereabouts and searched for him in the liquid of existence. The strange thing is that he didn't notice a trace of him at all. Considering that he is now in another dimension, Zeno spoke after hearing this while he was in a state of shock.
What do you say, priest? You must look for him. I will not believe what is going on, otherwise the punishment will be difficult.
The priest feared at this moment that he would be punished, so he went directly to another familiar dimension, which he had been implicitly going to for many years. It is the dimension of Zalama, where the priest met in that place the advisor of Zalama.
Welcome, priest! It's been a while since we haven't seen you. Looks like you're looking forward to interviewing Zalama, right?
Actually, I am, but my goal is not that. I want to meet him for an important discussion, and I would like you to tell me where Goku is.
What do you say? Goku? You mean the person who achieved a thriving victory in the Tournament of Strength? In fact, we never met him.
The priest was surprised by the words of Zalama's advisor, then decided to give a direct meeting with Zalama himself and discuss this matter. Indeed, the priest met Zalama, and then Zalama replied,
Actually, I haven't been watching his steps, nor have I ever watched that being since the time I handed you the Super Balls to grant a wish to the championship of the power.
The priest knew at this moment that Goku had been subjected to a negative influence by someone, so he decided to suggest an idea to Zalama to resort to the Super Balls and to work on a cause to fulfill the wish of his embodiment, otherwise the punishment is difficult on the part of Zeno. Indeed, Zalama worked at this moment by bringing the Super Balls again and activating them after what was the last use of it in the Tournament of Power, and indeed the dragon came out, and the priest fulfilled his wish that the dragon would search for Goku's whereabouts and bring him to this place, and the shock was that the dragon was also unable to do so after Shenron was unable to fulfill this wish. The priest was surprised by this. At this moment, the priest thought about whether Goku had been subjected to an unfamiliar and extraordinary power, as the being reviewed some books after they were received by Zalma's advisor, who was one of the readers and scholars, who is distinguished by his extensive experience in the field of all levels of strength. Indeed, he read a group of books and it was found that there are types of power, including the power of light, the power of magic, the power of ki, and the power of darkness. The priest thought about whether Goku was subjected to one of the powers, and if so, he will definitely be now in a special world of spirits or something like that, and this made the priest somewhat confused because the world of spirits has unique creatures that are capable of inflicting any object with very high risks. The priest thought of seeking help from a creature since a time he had not seen him at all, after a great quarrel occurred between him and this creature. Finally, the priest returned to meet him, who was isolated in a world of his own after a quarrel occurred between the two. The priest returned to meet this being and then spoke saying,
What brought you, priest? Why did you come? Didn't we separate? Weren't we actually partners? Why are you now back to me? You must be selfish and think of your own interests.
Well, I will admit my guilt to you, but I now want you to help me. I know that you have extensive experience in the levels and types of power, and I now want you to support me. We are in danger, and if we don't work to find someone called strong, then existence will definitely be in danger. Now I want you to help me and have a gift from me, and I promise you that you will return to a prosperous life.
This person was really hard to convince, but who was he? Goku decided to put forth his final energy and end this conflict at all after he thought carefully and realized that this was the best decision it must be taken. After a few seconds, Bardock suffered this severe attack, which lost his life, exhaling his last breath. Immediately after this matter, Goku returned to his normal state and is now in a hysterical state after seeing that his father was killed because of him. But nevertheless he tried to control his nerves because this would not play in his interest. He will now have to continue fighting and train for many years to find a way out. Goku spoke to himself saying,
Now I have to find a way out. If Beerus had magic and used it to imprison me in this place, I must have magic in order to survive. Well, what if I absorb my father's power? As long as the magic affected him, he may benefit from this property, but I hope that it will not affect me.
Indeed, Goku got close to his father Bardock, who is now a dead body on the ground. Goku extended his hand and then absorbed his father's power. After the limits of this matter, Goku felt the feeling of pain invading his body. He cried out at the top of his voice, as if he was in pain because of a negative effect that had befallen him, or perhaps a virus had invaded his body. After a few seconds, the situation calmed down, and he was lying on the ground, feeling pain. But what happened? Did Goku actually absorb the magic? Meanwhile, on the planet Beerus, after Vegeta became an ally of Beerus and his magician counterpart, Vegeta wondered about the reward he would receive after completing this task, and the reward was as follows.
Vegeta, as long as you have carried out our orders, there is no step now to be taken other than rewarding you with this magic that I possess now. Through this magic, you can communicate with the world of spirits, enter that world, and discover it yourself. You can also control any being that does not have magic, and this of course will make you a threat even to the position of Xeno and the priest.
Vegeta was shocked after hearing this speech, and this is because magic will now make him the most powerful fighter in existence after this match. Indeed, the climate of the region changed, and Vegeta shouted at the top of his voice, receiving massive shipments of magic, which made him pass out for a while, but after that the result was very terrible. Vegeta's body changed immediately after this ritual, and now he is completely different after his body was now invaded by a massive 5-degree magic.
Well, I feel to you that now I have become a source of threat to everyone. I was really stupid to follow the behavior of those stupid friends, and act as if I were one of them, but nevertheless, I will remain as I am, and I have special principles that I must respect. I will obtain a high position and we will colonize this existence, especially my words are directed at that dwarf King Xeno. I am coming, and you will see a face from me that will not please you.
In these situations, the priest discovered that this creature, which he summoned to help him, stipulated a set of conditions for him to accept the offer, and thus search for Goku using his superior magic. Given that this creature possesses magic, so he is now considered the most suitable person who will stand to help the priest and thus escape Xeno's punishment.
If you want me to help you, my priest husband, you have to leave your position as a priest of Xeno's palace. And I want to return to the place I was before millions of years ago. And I also want to have great attention and the respect of all creatures. But you have to announce the words of truth and tell everyone that everything that happened was just a lie.
Indeed, the priest accepted this offer, but what are the matters or what is the misunderstanding that occurred between the priest and his wife? The priest returned and held a meeting with his children. Then his wife, who was called Micah-Sheen, was next to him. The priest announced to his children that his wife had returned, and he changed their view towards her by saying that she was actually on it is true that she did not commit a sin against her children, as she will now return to married life with the priest, and will lie in wait on the throne of the king, so that she will have a major role in Xeno's palace. Some of the angels accepted the idea, and some of them rejected this. But the presence of Micah-Sheen was necessary for Xeno and the priest, so that they could find Goku, who is now stuck in the temporal chamber, which is possessed by black magic that can only be penetrated by a skilled magician, and this is what Micah-Sheen was distinguished for. Meanwhile, in the time room, Goku's personality changed completely, and his appearance also changed after he acquired black magic, which had invaded his father's body Bardock. Goku spoke saying,
I can't believe this is happening. My body has changed. I feel like I now have awesome strength that I can now rely on to get out. But even so, as long as my strength level now is still lower than those traitors, I have to persevere and be patient and train hard until I reach the required level. Then I will get out using this magic. I can do it. I'm coming, traitor.
Goku continued training, and he was suffering somewhat in this room at the level of his psyche, as he was thinking about the actions he had done towards his father Bardock. In a big way, he continued training without caring after he became in control of his feelings. Conditions went astray until something very terrible happened. A magic gate opened inside the time room, which made Goku stop training immediately to turn behind him, and find that a stranger had entered this time room. And he said,
Who are you? What are you doing here? This room can't be entered unless you have magic, so how did you appear?
Well, Goku, I may surprise you with my appearance, but let's sit down and talk quietly. I have a lot to say, and my intention is not malicious towards you. At least, you can consider this as your reward for your resilience.
Meanwhile, Goku sat with Micah-Sheen, and he discovered that she was the priest's wife. Micah claimed that her existence was something that was not taken into account, considering the priest was a reason to summon her to help him with Xeno to find Goku after the priest abandoned him millions of years ago, and this is because Micah had been planning magic to make the priest love her, given that the priest was not expressing his feelings of love towards her, which made Micah doubt this matter and make him subject to black magic. This is what created the enmity between the priest and Micah, so that the priest dared to file a complaint with Xeno, expelled her from his palace, and abandoned her completely, leaving his children by his side, which made Micah out of sight. But she was confident and based on her magic, which was distinguished by her alone, as she was studying in this field to a large extent, until she acquired this magic using rituals that linked her with magical spirits. Goku was shocked after receiving this information, but what made him more shocked was Micah's words as follows.
After you have now heard my story and my relationship with the priest, let me now appear and explain to you that your friend Vegeta has betrayed you. I studied things carefully and discovered that he kidnapped your new sister from your mother Jine and then transferred her to the planet Beerus, and she is now in great danger. Vegeta has now become an ally of Beerus, and they are now the reason your presence in this place. And you can consider them as the biggest traitors who caused such plots.
I can't believe that Vegeta was involved in this disaster. I will never forgive him for going out now.
In the meantime, Micah besieged Goku because the current time does not call for taking this step. If he gets out, he will definitely be killed, and this is because Vegeta now has 5-degree magic, while what Goku gained now by absorbing the power of his son is only first-class magic, so Micah suggested that he stay in this place has to be subjected to a set of exercises and to know how to control magic until it reaches a suitable place to stand in direct combat with Vegeta. But he must be careful that Vegeta is subject to orders from the counterpart, as he is the result of a ritual that implemented by all the rulers of destruction. So Goku continued training with Micah and learned the basics of magic, as he became fully in control of his magic. What made him study matters carefully and result in a high level. This matter cost him approximately 10 years inside the time chamber. Approximately 10 days outside only without obtaining the required level. He thought of going out to take revenge on Vegeta, Beerus and his magician counterpart.
Hear me carefully, Goku. Before we take a path to take revenge on your enemies, you must realize that this may put you in danger if Xeno knows that this chaos stems mainly from the rulers of destruction. So I invite you to keep this matter away from the king. You must also know that he has been looking for you for a long time, and that is why I am here. If not, the priest would not have summoned me to come to look for you and thus bring you to the king. All you have to do now is calm yourself down and pretending that everything is fine. After that we have to book a private appointment with those traitors. And then you can take revenge on them.
Goku understood that Xeno might get angry if he knew that Goku seeks revenge on the rulers of destruction as they are among the sanctities of existence. And should not be killed, otherwise this system may be ruined. Therefore, Micah went directly to the palace to meet Xeno, as he had longed for Goku and had not seen him for a long time. As soon as the two arrived, the priest felt relieved because he had escaped Xeno's punishment, who required him to find Goku, otherwise he would end up at Xeno's hands.
Well, Goku, I've missed you since the time when you used to spend your old days with your father. I never saw you. Where you were all this time?
Don't worry, Xeno. I was in the time room. I was immersed in some training with my father, so you know that this existence needs strong fighters to stand up to protect it in the future, and therefore I was striving for the prosperity of this system.
Well, if you are Goku, why don't you accept to become a high-ranking king in my palace? I think this place will suit you and I can even enjoy spending time with you for the period. Why don't you accept this offer? I think that this time is appropriate, especially since I have necessary items with you. I am really keen to make someone king in this palace. There is Vegeta. He has become very powerful, and even Beerus told us that he has acquired a new power called the power of magic. He can help us directly in this matter.
Goku was shocked after hearing this news as he intends to kill Vegeta, who was involved in the betrayal, but if he showed his anger, then Xeno will discover the truth that Goku intends to eliminate Vegeta and all the rulers of destruction, which will make Zeno angry and dare to inflict this existence with a very great danger. For this Mikashin intervened, trying to calm things down, and then said literally,
Master Zeno, if you're so keen on making someone king, I think this isn't the right time. There's still enough time to make the two train hard. I will take my path to the planet Beerus, where Vegeta resides, and we can train together collectively. In a full week, I can come back and tell you who will qualify for the job. I hope you will accept my offer.
Zeno accepted this offer, but he needed a little patience to stay a whole week waiting for Goku or Vegeta. Meanwhile, in a secret place, it is the place that Beerus's evil counterpart had reserved so that no one else would know their whereabouts. A large meeting took place between a group of rulers of destruction and Vegeta, where Beerus will announce his special advisor, who is now acquiring a very sophisticated black magic. He is Vegeta, where he speaks saying,
Hear me now, O kings. Thanks to Beerus and his evil counterpart, I am now the strongest fighter in this existence. I promise you that I will get rid of everyone who ruled over us for years, especially Zeno. There is no doubt that each and every one of you sees that Zeno is losing his power to him and then he monopolizes him, since your positions as rulers depend only on destruction and for petty services. Therefore, I promise you, I will make you a high place in the palace, and we will displace Zeno from his place.
Some of the rulers of destruction were afraid that Vegeta would fail in this mission, given that Zeno has a very powerful technique.
There is no doubt that you are still hesitant about this plan, but you should know very well that the owner of magic is a person who is not subject to any of Zeno's techniques or an ordinary being, so you must trust me and join me in helping me. I want to form a very strong empire, and I promise you that the next one will be prosperous. Focus now on my strength.
At this moment, Vegeta raised his strength to a great extent, in order to embody his transformation, considering that Vegeta now has black magic, and he must integrate it into his transformations. He mixed Super Saiyan 3 with this magic, and it gave the result a terrible shape. All the rulers of destruction were impressed by this transformation, and that increased their confidence in Vegeta, which he now intends to colonize this existence after he was certain that Kakaroto had died, and this is what Beerus's counterpart said himself. At these moments, and after the end of this meeting, Vegeta and Beerus returned to the planet in order to take a break and think about more future plans, but soon the two arrived and settled for a few minutes. They were surprised by the intervention of a strange being for them. She had been waiting for them for a while.
Who are you, woman? Your face does not suggest that you are coming to ask for help or something like that, as if you were determined to take revenge.
Vegeta, why did you do all this? Is this the way you should treat your friends? Why did you show that you are a coward and not trustworthy? What you did now towards Goku is something that is not manly, and therefore you are just cunning.
What are you saying? Apparently you visited Kakaroto. Where is he now? Beerus told me he's dead, so you think I'll try to revive him? This is not my principle.
I will not blame you for the cause of your retreat and your insistence on reviving him, but at least you should not have thought of joining this traitor, for I know that he is the cause of everything that happened, and that he used his evil counterpart to eliminate Goku, so why did you join him?
Beerus was shocked while he was in a state of fear after discovering that this woman knew everything. From where did she know all these details? Vegeta was very angry and was eager to attack, but he was tense at the same moment, as he was completely ignorant of the level of strength of this woman, and he was also ignorant of her identity, but as soon as she told him the truth that she was the priest's wife and that she was the mother of the angels, here the shock was strong. Vegeta and Beerus did not think at the time of the attack after they discovered the truth.
This is not possible, Mother of Angels. So how did you return to this life, and what is your relationship with Kakaroto?
It is a long story and there is no point in telling it, but you should know that everything I do for him has a price, which is the embodiment of a higher position and the restoration of my special position in exchange for finding Goku, and I succeeded in this task. Now look carefully and see this surprise from me.
At this moment, Goku appeared with an exposed and angry face, staring at Vegeta and Beerus, as if he had a strong hatred towards them.
So this was all just a lie, Beerus. Why did you claim that Kakaroto was dead? But even so, if he was still alive, I would at least carry out this task with my own hands.
Vegeta, I will not forgive you for everything you did. You violated incest and stole my new sister. Where is she now? I will not forgive you for everything you did. Gohan was killed because of you. And now you are determined to kill my new sister.
Kakarot, no need to chatter. If you've come to fight against me, prove it to me. I don't have time to waste.
Vegeta at this moment upgraded his power, targeting his previously shown evolution. And Goku was nervous as Vegeta's magic scores are also superior as a result of absorbing the power he took from Beerus' counterpart. But nevertheless Goku upgraded his power and targeted his new style, which he achieved in the time chamber. The two are now standing on the battlefield, while Beerus and Micashin have decided to watch this fight until its end, and Micashin has worked to surround the place with a magical shield so that Zeno and the priest do not know the truth of what is going on.
Now Vegeta, since you have reaped this prestige, I do not want you to disappoint me in you, for I am now determined to have fun with you, so be ready and strong.
You too, Kakarot. For a while, we haven't had a fight like this, so I will consider this day as a big one for me, and I will write history with my own hand, as I will be a reason to end the situation of a fighter who has invaded this existence for a long time.
The two attacked at once and shook the entire existence without Zeno knowing the truth of the matter. The speed increased and a group of neighboring planets were destroyed. In addition, Vegeta was wrestling with very fast attacks, while Goku was only countering these attacks with his hand. Apparently, he was confident of himself. Vegeta was attacking with his nervousness and awesome strength, however, he could not direct any pure attack towards Goku, who was also fast. Vegeta tried at this moment to change his combat strategy and attack instead of defending, and here is where the situation turned around, as Vegeta became subject to Goku's influence, which made him suffer a set of severe blows, which completely lost his control. Goku worked on the keeper with a strong blow that made Vegeta throw away at a distant planet, which proves that Goku is not easy either, and that what he has harvested now is something that shows that Micashin has played a key role in his training. Immediately after that, Vegeta came out with a smiling face, as he laughed with an evil laugh, then said,
I was proud of you, Kakarot. That's what I wanted. I was just getting into a warm-up fight to measure your strength, but it seems that what you showed now was serious. Get ready to taste the pain.
No matter how strong you are, Vegeta, you will not be able to defeat me. I take upon myself the responsibility of everyone, and I will avenge my relatives. As for you, your goal is treachery and trivial matters. Therefore, your level of strength will not break its limits.
Micashin surrounded this place with magic power so that Zeno could not sense this power, or follow this fight. Vegeta was angry after he suffered a set of blows from Goku, evidence that what Goku had achieved was also not underestimated, and therefore he expressed his words literally.
Well, Kakarot, you may see that this will play in your favor, but let me explain to you something important, which is that I absorbed black magic from the side of Beerus' counterpart. I now have power over you, as we are 3 against you. How do you think that you will emerge victorious after you enter into a struggle against me? I guarantee you that you will fail in this first step. Keep in mind that it was all just a warm-up.
Goku mocked Vegeta's words while smiling and confident of himself, as the power he also gained his black magic, which made Vegeta worry a bit after he discovered the fact that Goku also possesses magic. Vegeta asked about the source of this magic that Goku got. Goku replied that he had recognized the Mother of the Angels, and she was a major reason for acquiring this magic. Vegeta knew at these times that the Mother of the Angels would stand by Goku, and this made him somewhat confused, so Vegeta rushed with terrible force, then punched Micashin in the face, as it would pose a danger to him, which made Goku shocked by this matter. Goku tried to push hard until it was literally said,
Goku, stop, you don't have to, you can continue. This hit just tickled me. Focus on your fight, and I will make sure to follow you.
Vegeta got angry at this moment after discovering that his strike did not pose any danger, which made him fully realize that he was now in danger, unlike anything else, so he thought of returning to fighting Goku. Then he fired a group of quick attacks that were difficult to track by ordinary beings, while these blows on Goku did not pose any danger, as he has avoided them with all his comfort, which made Vegeta grow angry and realize that it will definitely be difficult for him to defeat Goku. Goku decided at this moment to attack and perform for the first time instead of staying in a state of defense as he felt bored. Goku is now far superior to Vegeta, which made him have control in this fight, while the Prince was a failure in confronting these attacks and is not qualified to withstand more. Signs of fatigue seemed to appear on the prince, and this made Beerus and his counterpart angry to a large extent, as they were watching this fight from a distance in a secret place, that could only be entered through magic rituals. At this moment, Beerus thought about resorting to tricks, as he told his counterpart a dangerous idea.
Oh creature, what if we thought of using a magical creature as well? I think that relying on the idea of conjuring a Saiyan being will be in our favor more, so you should also know that the power of Saiyan has no limits and they can evolve to infinity of strength, so I suggest that if we can use the oldest Saiyan ever and mix it with a kind of black magic, this will play a role in our righteousness.
As long as now, Beerus, you know more than me, I will do this request, but this is the last time I will deal with you in the magic aspect, so you must know that the King of Spirits may punish me if I continue to manipulate and secrete black magic in matters that are insignificant to our king.
Beerus was shocked after he heard these words, and he discovered that there is a king of a world called the World of Spirits, a world that can only be entered through creatures that possess this black magic, among them the counterpart of Beerus, and therefore Beerus was afraid that this king might come out and endanger everyone, but the counterpart told him that the king cannot get out of his world, but he can control anything he wants, as long as there is a group of soldiers that he can send to the outside world to control anywhere he really wants. Indeed, the two summoned a Saiyan, the oldest Saiyan ever, named Yamushi. The counterpart surrounded him with black magic, which will now put him under the control of this counterpart, and indeed Yamushi is now able to fulfill the desires of Beerus and his counterpart. On the other hand, Vegeta got tired to a great extent and even lost his legendary transformation, which made him now submit to Goku's power and lie on the ground from the severity of the fatigue he was subjected to. Goku stood at this moment with an angry face and then spoke.
What do you think now, Vegeta? Are you convinced of my previous words? I told you that standing in pursuit of power or achieving a trivial goal is nothing compared to my own goals, which are limited to revenge for my friends and traitors, that the word of truth will last indefinitely. As for the pursuit of selfish goals that only ends in failure, I congratulate you, Vegeta, for this betrayal of yours. You proved to me that you have been deceiving me all this time that I knew you. You stabbed me behind my back, and this is what I absolutely do not accept from my friends.
Do whatever you want, Kakarot. You will not see a sad face begging you to have mercy on me, and I also congratulate you on your victory, but keep in mind that I am still the strongest, and what you sought now was only the help of that idiot Micashin.
Indeed, Goku decided to drop his attack on Vegeta, and Goku quickly extended his hands to drop this attack. And soon, Goku extended his hands to drop this attack. He was shocked by something strange, which made him stand paralyzed from the shock. Vegeta disappeared from sight, but where did he go?
Where did he go? I can't believe what's going on. Perhaps there is someone who has been watching us from a distance and has superpowers, but whoever I have to come to the palace now, I must meet someone very important.
Goku and Micashin resorted at this moment to the palace again in order to meet Whis, as Micashin had discovered that Whis made his way to the palace in order to inform Zeno about the fact that Goku had rebelled and thought of killing Beerus, and this is what made Goku rush to the palace to prevent Whis from that, and indeed he managed to besiege him. Whis stood opposite him with Goku as it was literally said.
What are you seeking, Whis? Are you also trying to deceive me, or what? You saw that Beerus was guilty, so why are you now thinking of telling the truth to Zeno? Don't you see that this will endanger us all?
Actually, Goku, I fully realize that you have been betrayed, but I fully realize that your submission to Zeno's torment is something that will affect you as well, and as a matter of satisfaction for myself, I have to protect Beerus even if he is wrong, and I apologize for that.
Goku got angry after hearing this and decided to punish Whis for this act until the priest intervened, then prevented Goku from that, begging him to have mercy on him and begging him to forgive Whis and Beerus as well, so that they may return to their sense, but this does not mean that they will escape from the torment, which will the priest punishes them himself as their father, so he will take on this task. Goku retracted his decision and thought of meeting Zeno. Zeno was happy after Goku's return, and Micashin told him that Goku is now qualified to possess the position of king, as he had won a fight against Vegeta. As for Vegeta, she said that she had taken him to a place to rest a little after he felt very tired. Zeno thought at this moment about rewarding Goku with the position of king until that a very terrible thing happened. The entire Zeno palace shook and the entire existence shook for several minutes, and this made all people puzzled, thinking about what is happening. Perhaps someone has invaded this existence and is seeking revenge, but surprisingly, Goku has discovered that there is a Saiyan being, who appeared beside the palace with the intention of revenge. This creature grabbed the priest and then tried to kill him, until Goku intervened to prevent that and forced this creature to undergo strong blows from Goku, until he decided to take a fight against him individually. So who sent this person to fight, and will he defeat Goku or what? All this plan was orchestrated by Beerus and his counterpart again. Will they defeat Goku using this dangerous fighter, or is Goku still lurking at the top of the best fighter? We will discover these secrets in the next episode, of course. But before, I want you to visit my new friend's channel, which he creating a channel for stories. I will leave you its link in the first comment. You can watch his first video within this video. Thank you for your support and see you later.